I literally applied to be an Uber driver.
I know. You were
I
talking
got
about being a personal
rejected
trainer
because
too.
my license was suspended. I was about to apply at Costco. I go from that to being number 8 in the world. That's a lot to manage, especially when you're 24/7, no breaks. My stream is open 24/7, Brad.
I know, that was crazy.
No breaks.
I knew that was going to happen.
No management, no help, no lawyer, no nothing. Guess why it's fixed now?
Why is it fixed now?
I got the deal from Kick, so now I'm financially secure. Even if I get a 0 subscribers for the entire year, I'm making millions. I now no longer have financial insecurity, so now I can refocus on my image, refocus on myself, and do this in an even keel and not have to go crazy and be a crackhead for views.
Well, you know why that's tough though for me when I hear it, and I obviously I want to believe it, but you've had financial security before and you fucked it all off before. So what's different? What's actually different now?
Because I fucked it all off before. I never used to understand money. I was in my 20s, and the way money was introduced to me, there was a time when I was with CAA living in LA in 2018 on my kitchen counter in the morning on top of a bunch of mess and dirtiness and Postmates and food and drinks. I had over $200,000 in checks uncashed that I would get on a daily basis. I would get a knock on the door from like UPS. Oh, here's this thing. Open, $100,000. So the way money was introduced to me is that money's infinite. Money's forever. I believe in positivity. It can never go. My dad, who was a true hustler, came here from Palestine with $0 in his pocket, no college degree, opened up a deli, put all his kids through school and got them cars, looked at me and said, Yusuf, prepare for the hardships, the hard times. I looked at my father in the eyes and said, what hard times, Baba? I'll never lose this. This is forever. Lost every single dollar. So now I understand. Now there's a full accounting team who works for me. I don't touch a single thing. I can't do anything without their permission. They invest everything. They do everything. I now have the team around me that I never had. Whenever I did YouTube, even when I was the number 1 on YouTube, I didn't have a team after I got kicked out of CAA. I was by myself. I wasn't a financial manager. I never got to focus on just the content. I always had to juggle everything at once. For the first time in my career, at 33 years old, started in 2011, I now have PR. I now have management. I all got it in the last 36 days, mind you. Yeah. PR, management, accountant, assistant, everybody.
So let's talk about that then. In the last 36 days, obviously all these people came to your life and now are in your life and are working, etc. What is that like when, no one was there prior, like all these people coming into your life now? Like, doesn't that make you feel a certain way? Or what about I guess more so interesting to me is influencers. Like
you see it and you know it more than anybody.
Yeah.
When a friend of mine, Dean the Great, got really mad at me when I said this on Twitch stream the other day, but I'll elaborate on it. Before I went into the second mental health hospital this year in January, I spent my 33rd birthday, by the way, in a mental health hospital. My mom, dad, sister, brother-in-law, and niece came to visit me to blow out the cake for 30 minutes before they got kicked out. Not a single friend was hitting me up. There were friends like Dean, Keemstar did reach out during that time. So I can't, but when you're so alone, you feel like nobody's reaching out. Yeah. I would post on my close friends and say, guys, I literally said this on my close friends in January. I posted a story. Guys, I know I'm bad at friendships and I know I'm very selfish and I know I ruined a lot of my friendships with you guys over the years. I really need somebody to hang out with me. Can anybody? No reply. Now, my phone does not stop ringing. The texts don't stop coming in. When I was out with a bunch of influencers, Keem actually called me. He said, go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom. He said, Yusuf, I'm happy for you. The king is back. You're going to kill it. But you have to be conscious of why these girls are around you right now, Yusuf. And I said, Keem, I understand. But in the same way that they're using me, I'm using them. But also, it doesn't mean that I can't be a good person just because I know that I'm being used for content. And
you're talking about the other streamers that you're working with?
Yeah, bro. Okay. I know why they're there. Come on now.
Yeah.
But I get it. They have to protect their brand. Why would they hang out with somebody who's suicidal and depressed and all that shit? They won't. So now, though, that I'm on, bruh, I collabed with, and this isn't a diss to any of these people. In the week that I've done it, I've collabed with Nadia, Amaranth. Amaranth is like the queen of shit. Yeah. Got reacted to and talked to Kai Cenat, XQC, Aiden Ross, Rice Gum, everybody in the game. Yeah. And I love that. I'm not telling them not to do it. I love that. But I actually feel proud of that because I feel like I had to earn that respect back.
I mean,
my career was gone.
Yeah, it was. It was, man.
I would be in zoo culture. Yusuf's in the gym. Couple of people, oh, hey, Yusuf, da-da-da. Because my face will never be forgotten.
No
Even
way.
when I was irrelevant, I would go outside with my parents. People would come up to me and get a picture. My parents would say, see, everybody loves you. I said, Mama, they recognize my face. They haven't seen me since 2013. You heard them. They just want a picture. They don't watch my stuff now. Now, I feel like this resurgence, because with what I did, I went viral on TikTok for 36 days straight. TikTok is the new generation.
It's amazing.
I just went to Toronto, Houston, and Chicago. I can't walk outside without people chasing me, hounding my car, doing all this stuff. I shut down a club in Toronto.
Do you think, based on that, because you've done this before already, and I'm really curious about this, and I think I kind of know the answer, but from your perspective, being in both sides, obviously you have to spend a little bit more time streaming, but being massive on YouTube, interaction in person versus being bigger on Twitch. I feel like the Twitch audience.
Say that one more time.
Being massive on YouTube, right? And then you're out doing something and people are like, oh my God, can I get a picture, right?
Yeah.
And I'm curious about the difference between like having the popularity on Twitch. Is it like, are people more inclined? But I feel like it's also your type of content has always been very like intimate.
Yeah.
So maybe regardless of the platform, because of the type of content, you will always get a good response.
Yeah, so Dose of Fousey, obviously the DOF Brubras, won me 2 streamies back to back. The biggest awards that were fan voted against the biggest YouTubers. I beat fucking Smosh in like 2018.
Yeah.
I got Creator of the Year and Show of the Year. They were the most intimate. Twitch right now, and I tell them this all the time, we call it parasocially fucking. I don't know if you know what that means.
No, what the fuck is parasocial?
Parasocial is a relationship where it's like a one-sided relationship that you feel towards the person you're watching or the person who's streaming is saying. Parasocial, so we're connected, but I think I'm so close to my audience that no creator can duplicate, because how did I get big? It's not my content. It's not it is my personality. It's how I connect with the audience.
Of course.
I make them feel seen. I make them feel heard. I spend every single day, even while live stream, messaging people back in the Discord, replying to everybody. I go above and fucking beyond to be close to these people. Twitch is now the most insane. I feel like the Nelk Boys, a positive Nelk Boys on steroids. And you'll see when I start traveling the world. I even said that to John Shahidi.
That's hilarious.
I met Salim, by the way, in Toronto.
I saw that.
Everyone was like, "Oh, he hated Fousey." He was so nice.
He's nice.
He was
He's also
so
just really
nice.
chill. Like,
I thought he was gonna be like a crackhead, drunk. His eyes were pure. He was happy. He was calm.
No, he's dope.
He was great. So I call it the positive Nelk Boys on steroids. And this connection now, people come up to me, not to be like, yeah, there's a lot of people who treat me like a Pokemon card, pull their phone out, get a picture.
Because I saw a video.
And I yell at them. I try to tell them celebrity culture isn't shit. Like, ask me how I am, how I'm doing. Make a connection with me. Fuck the moment on camera. Make a moment in your mind.
Yeah. But you understand. You have to also understand that, like, they obviously, like, at the same time, I'm sure they're not as versed in the art maybe of, like, trying to do that because they're, you know, the intimidation in it or, like, the shyness in it. Like, you do this because you do this, right?
Yeah.
You've done it. So for them to be like, to ask you something of significance when they're probably like a little super nervous, it's kind of hard, right?
It is. And that's why I'm trying to enlighten them.
Yeah, I get
I'm
it.
not just letting them do it and go away. And I say it in a loving way. But some people come up to me, look me dead in the eye and say, you're the reason I lost this much weight. You're the reason I got off this drug. You're the reason I'm sober. You're the reason I'm happy. You're the reason I didn't off myself.
Yeah,
that's what sticks.
I mean, that's what's most powerful, man. And that's why, like, I remember talking to you months and months ago. It was like, you're you for a reason. Like, it's not like, and that was the biggest thing I tried to tell you that day in the gym. I remember we were sitting in the front of my old gym and it was like, you have that special talent of speaking to people from a place of knowing what it's like to not feel good. And a lot of people, like, I have that same talent and you had it, and I saw you had it before I ever was even sharing it. And I knew that's why you had success, regardless of what you did content wise. I knew that you could always continue to have success if you just connected with that.
Yeah.
And you now have, like, grown so much more, and obviously you've learned so much more that through all now your negative shit over the last however many years of, like, your complete downfall, you can now share all that you've learned there continuously with your audience moving forward.